Good evening, welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for February 27th to March 11th. For the period February 27th to March 3rd, this is what the patterns forecast look like. We have a large, strong ridge over Alaska and the eastern Pacific, and we have a trough here across the east central U.S. This is the GEFS. And then we're going to go to the time you start seeing the trough starts to take a positive tilt towards the west, and that'll be the trend as we go through this period and the next. We also have a developing ridge here that might eventually cover the southeast. Now we're going to go to the end of the period. This is the third, and you can see that this ridge builds more into this to the west, and we have this trough taking a more of a positive tilt, but we still have our positive height anomalies here. The models are in good agreement on this scenario, and during this period we're forecasting temperature anomalies to be below normal, about 10 degrees below normal across much of the UX, except for some of the models here, like I want to show you this, takes the cold air further west, as you can see in here, and that's the Canadian, where it has temperatures of 10 degrees below normal in parts of the west, and the anomalies you can see shaded in red are 5 degrees below normal along the immediate coast. Next, now we're going to look at the period for March 2nd to the 6th. Here we are, the 2nd. Still have the pattern from the previous period, and then we go to the 6th. There's not much change except that this ridge here over the southeast builds more to the west. Now, one interesting thing here is even though this ridge is building towards the west, which is shown in relatively all of the models, we're going to go through them. The temperature anomalies, the ensembles aren't forecasting the above normal temperatures forecast across this region. The only model here is the GEFS, which has 20 degrees above normal here across southern Florida. But the other models, okay, here's 10 to 15 degrees above normal, and then we look at the Canadian ensembles, has cold air across much of the nation. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures across much of this region and above normal temperatures for the southeast. And for precipitation, I'm calling for below normal precipitation for the upper Mississippi Valley and above normal precipitation here. So now is the period for March 7th to the 11th. Okay, here we are at the 7th, and we still have our strong positive height anomalies here. We have our trough here extending from northern Canada into the southwest, and our ridge now builds further to the west coast of Mexico, cover much of the Gulf of Mexico and the Western Atlantic. And we're going to go forward to the time. This is here. This is the 9th. Then we look at the other models. This one model builds a ridge further north. This is the European ensembles. And this is Canadian ensemble, also builds it further to the north, and our trough starts lifting up to the north. Still strong positive height anomalies across this area. So this will be a change that will be developing later on in this forecast period. Maybe later on in past this period. But for temperature anomalies, so forecasting temperatures to be about 10 degrees below normal for a large portion of the nation, and 5 to 10 degrees above normal across portions of the west, as this cold air, as this trough shifts further to the west, allows the cold air to filter into the western part of the U.S. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures here, above normal temperatures here, and for precipitation, I'm forecasting below normal precipitation of this region and above normal precipitation here. So that is the long range weather forecast discussion for February 27th to March 11th. Thanks for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.